What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your girl, Chelsea Nicole. My hair is looking a little crazy today, but that's fine. Welcome to season 2, episode 6 of Facts Only. I'm going to take my glasses off because, of course, there's going to be a glare. How y'all doing? Hey, everybody tuning in, joining us today. Facts Only, we're going to be talking about trust issues. Last week, Monday, we talked about what up, Ryan? Last week we talked about over sexualization. So, we were talking about women can't breastfeed peacefully in public without people having a whole cow about it. We talked about just people having meaningless sexual encounters with folk, simply because, sex has become everything when sex isn't everything. And also, we were talking about how, sex is meant for reproduction. Breasts are meant for reproduction. So when you see a woman breastfeeding her child in public, that's what she's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to be nursing and feeding her child. So all of y'all who get offended by seeing a woman trying to breastfeed her child, you need to pump your brakes and let her rock and do her motherly duties. That was last Monday. If you missed it, check it out. It's somewhere on my page. You can also check it out on YouTube and Mixcloud if you haven't done so already. So subscribe and like and all that other stuff. But we're going to get into some really, really good content tonight. I'm going to be messing with my hair all night because it looks crazy. And it's just that one part that looks crazy too. So don't mind me. Anyhow, tonight we're going to talk about trust issues. Hi, good evening. Hello. Thank you for joining, everyone. Share the video, tag folk, bring them into the conversation because we need to talk about this. Yeah, we need to talk about these trust issues that's going on, like, for real. Like, are we ever going to move on? Like, we're not going to get over these trust issues. How old are we? And, I mean, I myself, I will be 27 June 16th. Shout outs to all my June babies or whatever. And I'm kind of in the point or at a point in my life where I don't really have time for trust issues. Not yours, not even my own. So with that being said, if trust issues are like stunting your growth, so whether that be socially, romantically, career-wise, academically, any growth in any direction at all, if trust issues are going to stunt your growth, you need to let it go. It's not worth it. Y'all know, well, I've been telling y'all, so some of y'all may know, some of y'all might not know. I'm working on this project, Eve's Revenge, so, continue to be on the lookout for that, still building on the project. So shout outs to everybody who's giving me some feedback on that and telling me like what they're trying to see and how they view the concept and everything like that. Eve's Revenge, again, concept. Eve messed everything up, gave the fruit to Adam. Now we over here blaming each other for years and years and years to come. And we've never really learned from that single mistake. And it's Eve's responsibility to kind of wake her man up, wake her people up, and kind of take back what the devil took from us type of stuff. So that's just a brief rundown. Y'all could go back to the other episodes so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about with Eve's Revenge. It's a really dope project that I want everybody to get involved with. I mean, if you're rocking with it, you are. And if you're not, that's fine too. I'm not going to hate you. I'm just going to pray for you because clearly you need prayer if you don't agree with me. Because, it's facts only. I'm never going to lie to you. So, I mean, I feel like you should trust me. And I feel like a lot of the reasons why people don't really rock with what I'm saying is because they have trust issues. People tell you things all the time and it doesn't ever turn out to be like what they say it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people represent themselves in a certain light and say that they're this and that, but then you really get to know them and they're not that person. So trust issues are very dangerous and very damaging. And it's something that we have to take accountability for, because if we out here lying and misrepresenting ourselves, that's the easiest way to get somebody to have a whole bunch of trust issues. And we just don't need that. We don't need a generation with so many trust issues. It's just not worth it. We're not getting anywhere, obviously, as a people. So, like I said, talking to a young gentleman, shout out to Donald, was talking to a young gentleman about the Eve's Revenge project, and I gave him like the entire rundown of the entire project and stuff like that. So he kind of gave me his take on it, and he brought up like trust and love in a sense. Like, so I felt like that was something I wanted to touch base on, just trust issues in general. Like, you've dealt with a person who has trust issues, right? I'm sure everybody who's watching has dealt with somebody who has trust issues or has trust issues themselves and don't really know how to, you know, go about things too well. So, like, here we go. I'm going to just scroll up because I talk to people, just so y'all know. Shout outs to the people that I actually have conversations with. We can go for a good amount of time, so it's not important. So he says like he took that forbidden fruit from his wife, like from Eve, like even though he was well aware that the father had told him not to, he disobeyed his orders and listened to Eve. And he said, you may ask, he real poetic with it or whatever. Why, you may ask, I believe out of love. It is true Adam neglected someone that day, but I don't believe it was Eve. I do believe that it is a curse men carry. And not until we trust women and are willing to accept them as our teacher in love will the curse be lifted. Our modern day version of sacrifice. So, yeah. Eve definitely did some jacked up stuff. We get it. Our bad. You know, women, Donald, you joined and I was just talking about you. Get out of my brain. Anyway, so Eve sat there. Well, she didn't really stand. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just speaking in general. So Eve took the fruit she wasn't supposed to take. She brought it to her man. And she was like, yo, I know the Lord told us not to take this fruit, right? But like, I'm brilliant. Like, my eyes are open to all this wonderful things. And the serpent said it's not that bad. And he takes it from her. He knows the deal as well. Like, he got the same message she got. He was told, all right, if you take this fruit, you will surely die. You will surely die. Like, he spelled it out. Plain and simple, very clear for them. If you take this fruit, you will surely die. Like, you got everything else in the garden. Y'all should not take this, right? And Eve takes it and then brings it to her man, and he takes it too. Isn't that like a level of trust? Like, clearly he trusted Eve, trusted her enough to disobey the Lord, like God, the one who brought them there and gave them everything that they had. You disobeyed him for this woman that he gave you, right? So, boom, trust broken now, right? Because, Daniel, you gave me this fruit. God told us not to eat the fruit. Now we getting kicked out this garden, and now we got to fend for ourselves. And now you gonna have a monthly period, and now we got to cover ourselves because we're naked, and we realize we're naked, and all of a sudden now being naked is wrong. And now, like, you gotta bear these children for however many months, and you're gonna be in so much pain, and I gotta, tend to the earth to get food. I gotta hunt, and I gotta gather, and I gotta, oh, woe is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what relationships are right now. Like, we give these people like a certain level of our trust, and then they kind of just mess it up. I'm trying not to curse, so if I pause too long, it's because I'm replacing a curse with something more appropriate. So bear with me. You know, the Lord is still working on me or whatever. Lord, anoint and bless my tongue for my viewers or whatever. So, like, the trust issues are just so, like, it's just another recurring thing. So, you know, Eve gave him the fruit. They get kicked out the garden. Now life is tough. Life is hard. Things not easy no more. They gotta work harder than they used to have to work when they were in the garden and living life and everything was all good. So, like, do we ever get over that? Like, do we ever do anything different? I don't know. Like, my mom always said, like, I trust you until you give me a reason not to, which is fair. So in their instance, Eve technically did something that was a reason for Adam not to trust her, no? Like, what are y'all thinking about it? Like, I feel like I'm doing all the talking. Y'all not talking to me. Y'all saying hi, hello, good night, how are you, good evening, happy Monday. Like, that's great and all, but like, I just need some feedback. I want to know, like, what do you do with these trust issues? Like, once the trust is broken, can you rebuild that? Is that something you can redo? Is that something you can ever get back really and truly? Like, a lot of people say that they'll work through trust issues. I don't see it happening too often. Like, and if it does, it's very rare and like far between type of stuff. Like, people don't willingly start trusting people again. It takes them a while to kind of warm up to the idea of trusting another person for whatever reason. Somebody might have cheated on you, somebody might have lied to you, which technically is like the same thing. Cheating and lying kind of go hand in hand, but it's just like, what are we supposed to do now? Like, what are we supposed to do now? Because I'm just sitting here looking at you and I just expect that you're gonna lie again, or you're going to steer me wrong, or you're going to misrepresent yourself in some way, shape, or form. Like, who has the time? Who has the time for that? Not I. And we just sprung forward or whatever, so we lost the whole hour. No, I really ain't got the time. Like, no. Not doing it. Promise you I'm not. So, like, and it doesn't even, again, I always say it doesn't have to be in like romantic relationships when I talk about stuff like this. And it's facts. Like, relationships with your friends, once your friend has broken your trust, that's something totally different, because I'm pretty sure you've seen a meme or heard a status or something along these lines where it's like, oh, your friends hurting you is more of a surprise than your enemies hurting you, in a sense. Like, enemies like stab you in the front and your friends stab you in the back type stuff. Y'all know what I'm getting at, okay? Like, it's more of a surprise and it hurts way more when you're deceived or hurt or misled or lied to or whatever by like a friend or a family member, somebody that you're close to or that you care about. So again, not always like your significant other, not always Adam and Eve, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife sort of situation. Sometimes it really is like your sister, your cousin, your best friend, who kind of crosses you and does you wrong or does you dirty or doesn't have your back the way that you would expect them to. So in an instance like that, like, how do you fix that? That's too close for comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, like, it hits home, like, directly in your home. Like, boom, blow your whole thing up. Like, that's wild uncomfortable. Now you're, like, looking over your shoulder all the time to see if they're trying to hurt you or if they're out to get you. No, I'm bugging. I feel like I'm not. So I shouldn't even ask y'all that. I feel like I'm not bugging. I feel like that's facts. Because it's facts only. Like, I'm gonna sit here and lie? No. Also, don't have time for that. So not only do I not have time for trust issues, I don't have time for lies either. I'm not gonna be sitting here in y'all face lying to y'all. For what? It's like, do you ever really move on from these situations? Like, how long are you gonna stay hurt? And even like in the workplace as well. So like co-workers, people who like, nobody's ever done any like really shicey stuff to me at work. Actually, this one manager that I used to have when I used to work at this bank, that will remain nameless. Love you too, Rocky. Facts. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna look you dead in your cyber eyes and tell you the truth. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really easy to relate to. I can relate to what y'all talking about and how y'all feel about stuff. We just need to start that conversation. We need to dialogue a little bit. Communication is key in just about all cases. Like, I feel like a lot of things people just don't talk about, keep to themselves, let it stew. My cousin Karen taught me that. Shout out to my cousin Karen, who had me in Florida resting and relaxing last week. That was wonderful. Thank you, Karen, for that. I appreciate you. But you just sit there and stew and stuff. For what reason? Like, if you're going to get over something, if you're going to grow, if you're going to learn a lesson, you have to move on from that situation. Yesterday's reality is not necessarily today's reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything changes. You have you have an all new day, a whole new set of 24 hours to have a new perspective. Like, it's your mind and you can change it. Like, that's your power. That's something that you have control over. So no, you can't really control the fact that somebody lied to you, or, you know, somebody's cheating on you, or whatever the case may be. You can't control what somebody else is going to do, but you always times a million to the millionth power. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the power to change you and what you're going through and how you perceive things and how you want to move going forward. That's all up to you. Nobody else but you. Nobody else controls what you do next but you. So the trust issues thing, it's common, but we got to get to a better place where we're doing something different, where we're learning lessons, where we're growing and becoming better people through our experiences. So just because somebody wronged you or crossed you or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean you got to live with that, like, branded on your forehead for the rest of your life. That doesn't mean that has to be the only thing you ever talk about anytime you talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to grow. You have to learn. You have to do something new. You have to get over it. Rocky says, I agree. We have the control over our actions. Who else am I control? Who else do I have responsibility for besides me? I mean, granted, a lot of us have minor kids out there. Not me, but a lot of us out there. I say us because we's people, okay? Like, we's together in all of this. And a lot of y'all have kids out there. you have responsibility over your minor children. Once they hit a certain age bracket, up here got to start moving. And if you did what you needed to do as a parent, they good. Let them learn, though. Like, let them make mistakes. Let them fall flat on their face. Boom. Okay? Like, I had to fall. Other kids have had to fall. Like, you have to learn. You have to experience life. You have to live life. You have to take risks. There was a gentleman who was on a status that I had. I was coming back from Florida. And when I used to travel when I was younger, every time the plane landed, as soon as the wheels touched ground, soon as the wheels touched the ground, everybody on the plane just clapping it up, giving applause to the pilots for getting us to our destination safely, right? So I asked a question. I was just like, well, again, coming back from Florida, people weren't doing that. Going to Florida, people didn't do that. So I was just like, that's so weird. Like, when I was younger, that's what we used to do. We used to clap. Like, we're happy that we got somewhere safely, right? Bruh. So I posted, I'm just like, why don't people clap when the pilots land the plane safely? Like, isn't that something that, you know, aren't people happy to be alive? This dude started going and like, oh, why would you get on a plane to begin with? You risking your life. That's like climbing to the top of the Empire State Building and jumping off and then surviving and then thanking God and then getting back up on the Empire State. Like, just going in about absolutely nothing. All I asked was, why don't we clap anymore? I just wanted to know, why aren't people happy that we're alive, that somebody took the time out to kind of get us to our destination safely? God made us some brilliant people. Like, we have brains, we have the technology because God gave us that power. Like, he gave us that knowledge. As times change and things modernize and all that other stuff, we got places to go. And I know y'all love to say Jamaicans came off banana boats and this, that, and the third, but most Jamaicans are flying on the planes. Most of them are fly first class too, so mind yourself. Anyway, like, what is wrong with getting on a plane and getting to where you need to go? Like, that is something that, like, that's technology. Like, that's something we have the ability to do. Like, he was just like, oh, well, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't take risks. All he needed to say was, I'm scared of planes and I'm not going to get on a plane, so I can't relate. Like, that's what you really needed to say. That would have been facts only. I would have respected the G in that. But you're going to sit here and try to down talk people who get on planes? Like, what? Huh? It's really that deep? I'm sorry, I just completely went left. This ain't got nothing to do with trust issues, but it's just like, it might, because I trusted the pilot to get me to where I needed to go. And it's a risk that I took because there are things that happen outside of the pilot's control. There could be turbulence. There could be stuff flying. Korea, north, south, east, west, whatever, Korea could be bombing us one day and just shoot us out the sky. I don't know that when I get on the plane. All I know is that if God is granting us with traveling mercies, and I meant to get to Florida safe, and I meant to get back to Connecticut safe, that's what I'm going to do. So a lot of the trust issues that we have is because we don't really trust God. You know I'm going to bring it back to the good book, to the Holy Father, the Most High. You know I'm about to do that. So the fact that we don't trust in God and we don't trust that he has control over our well-being, we're so afraid to do things. Well, the last time I was in a relationship, somebody hurt me. What? Okay. You think everybody's going to hurt you? And then the thing about it is, I've said this multiple times as well, we speak things into existence because God is within us and we got that power. God said, let there be light, and there was light. So if you going to say this is about to lie to me, all these ain't, or whatever the case may be, and yes, I'm bleeping my own self because fill in the blanks. Just fill in the blanks. Like, if you're speaking that into existence before the relationship even gets anywhere, how do you expect it to get anywhere? You're speaking it down. Like, you're bringing that upon yourself, that nothing's going to change, that men aren't going to do you right, that these women aren't going to do you right, that everybody's a hoe and everybody's a this, that, and the third. Like, you're doing that. You're creating that environment. You're controlling that. You have control over that. Period. Like, whether you like it or not. Because if all the females that you come across act a certain way, why haven't you changed your environment? Because I'm sure you go into the same place to find these same females. Vice versa as well for the young ladies out there who are looking for young men. You're doing the same exact thing. If all these dudes don't have a car, don't have a job, don't have a, oh, woe is me, all these niggas just ain't nothing. Okay, but why are you going out of your way to find all these dudes who don't have nothing going for them? You want boss Don, you want to do with money, you want to do with a house, you want to do with a 720 credit score and all them things that, but your credit score looking low 500-ish. Girl, bye. Like, come on. Do better. Trust in the Lord first. Tell him what it is that you need for yourself. Work on you. Because a lot of y'all don't even trust yourself. So you don't trust the Lord. You don't trust yourself. But then you over here complaining about how you got trust issues. It starts with you, boo. Everything starts with you. And I'm sorry if I'm screwing up my face, but the expressions just be on my face. I can't help it. Because it's foolishness. It's all foolishness. Everything that happens to you is an energy and a vibe that you kind of bring to yourself. And sometimes you got to get put through some things, some not so good things sometimes too. Like, it ain't good at all. Like, tough times. But if you're getting put through that, it means that you're meant to get through it. It doesn't mean you're supposed to get stuck there and just stew and simmer in it and just cook. So no, like, get up out of that. Like, overcome that. Be stronger than all of that. Like, God really be out here testing our might, and we be looking like some chumps, okay? And when we lose, he lose. He don't want to lose. He not on the losing team. So he's going to keep testing you until you get it right and you win. So that's why you still losing, because you're not doing it right. But he going to keep doing it to you until you get it. Period. I know that's a different way to kind of look at it, but I'm a modern day follower of Christ. That's what I would like to call myself. Modern day follower of Christ. So I talk to God like he's my nigga. I know that's probably going to upset a lot of people. A lot of people are not going to like that. I'm reverent when I need to be reverent, but on a regular day-to-day in and out basis, God is my nigga. Like, that's my best friend. He really is. And I tell it to him straight. So sometimes I start twanging. Sometimes I start whatever the case may be. I talk to him like he's right here next to me. He's really my best friend. And I have to tell him exactly what it is, because that's what he wants me to do. He don't want me to act like y'all at all. He don't want me to praise him the way the next person praise him. No, I'm going to tell him what it is and how I'm feeling and what I need, and if I need help or if I'm angry, if I'm sad. Like, I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him. I'm not going to tell Facebook, because y'all don't get it. And y'all there to point your fingers and laugh and talk about the grammar of it all and talk about my business and share it with the next person. I'm not going to do that. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, Chelsea even. That used to be my thing. So if y'all could go back to my memories, oh my goodness gracious, Lord, thank you for coming into my life, or he always been in my life, but I wasn't really paying him too much mind. So that's my bad. But just the changes that will happen in your life for the better when you just realize that there's stuff out there that's bigger than you is really important. Like, but that takes like growth, maturity, wisdom, and for a lot of us it's going to take us falling flat, dead flat in our faces. Rocky said dead flat. That's what my parents did to me, and that's the only way you learn. Some of us learn with somebody just telling us, you know what I'm saying? Some of us do learn that way, where somebody could tell you something one time and that's it. My siblings, my dad could tell them something and they just wouldn't do it. Me, nah. Mm-mm. I want to do it myself. What do you mean don't do that? Don't do it. It looks so fun. Why wouldn't we do this? Let's just do it. I was doing whatever I wanted, however I wanted, whenever I wanted, because that's what I wanted to do. Until I decided I didn't want to do something, that's when I didn't do it. And part of the reason why I did that is because I never wanted to do anything because somebody told me to do it or somebody told me not to do it. Like, if I wanted to do it, I was going to do it because I wanted to do it. And if I didn't want to do it, I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want to do it. Like, I wanted that free will, like the purest free will there is. So I would never, ever, 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 ever blame my parents and my upbringing or nothing like that on my decisions. I could never do that. Never. I take responsibility and accountability for everything that I've ever been through, anything that I've ever done, anything that I've ever gotten in trouble for, whatever. Because I did it because I wanted to do it. Not because my mama told me to do it, my daddy told me to do it, they told me not to do it, whatever. Chelsea was doing Chelsea, always. And I'm still going to be that same way. But you grow and you mature in a place where the things that you want to do are better things because, like, you're in a better place. Like, you're not going to do reckless, crazy, hurtful things because you're in a better place in your life. Like, you want better for yourself and the people around you. So the things that you choose to do are better things. And it's not because somebody told you to do it. It's because you genuinely want that for yourself and your environment and your vibes. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Don't do stuff just because people want you to do it. That's what you think people want you to do. That's what you think you need to do. Do what makes you happy. At all times. All times. Doesn't matter what it is. Do what makes you happy. Because life about this short. Okay? And they'd be like, oh, lived to be 78. He lived a long life. Yeah, but it could have been longer. So, life. Just here today, gone tomorrow type stuff. That's something to keep in mind. People think that they're Superman, Superwoman. Like they got vibranium around here to just heal and be good and back at it. Nah, we live in the real life. This ain't Wakanda. It ain't that. Like, we're real people with real people problems. And we don't live in like a sheltered country somewhere powered by vibranium. We need y'all to come down and simmer a little bit. Just pop back into reality real quick and realize like where you are in your life, in the moment, whatever the case may be. Just get your stuff together. Trust issues are dead. It's a dub for trust issues. Get over it. It'll be fine. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It's like an actual Bible verse. I'm learning my Bible verses, y'all, like for real. When I used to go to church, when I used to go to church, I also used to go to like a church school. Shout outs to Hartford Seventh-day Adventist Area School, Hartford SDA Area School, is that what it's called? Over there on Woodland or whatever. I don't know if the school's doing that great these days, but those are some of my best years. I loved Hartford SDA. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. A lot of the kids that used to go there always talk about how they hated it and how it was such a terrible school and how the teachers sucked and all of that stuff. But those were legit some of my best years. I learned some of like the greatest stuff going to that school, and I was only there for a couple years. I want to say what, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. That was it. And that's really when you're kind of like finding yourself a little bit. Like that's the middle school years where you're really uncomfortable and awkward. And you're just trying to figure out like what kind of person you want to be and what your personality really is. Like praise and worship, praying before I ate, praying before I went to, praying before school, like when we first got there, praying before lunch, praying before leaving. Like they set you up with like Brittany in here talking about some I only learn Bible verses. Girl, that's what I'm saying. We need to know these Bible verses because I bet you some of them Bible verses get you through the day sometimes. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. The way I just blurted that out, that's not because I actually know the verse itself. Like I couldn't tell you what chapter that's from. I couldn't tell you what book of the Bible that's from. What chapter and what verse. I really couldn't. I want to say it's Philippians, but I feel like that's a lie. That's not it. Like, but because we practice stuff like that, like we did memory verses, we had to learn the books of the Bible. Like we prayed, we did a whole bunch of singing. Like y'all would have thought we was Kirk Franklin and God's Property in there. Like we used to be in there harmonizing, just singing during worship, and everybody wanted to be the worship leader. Like we was lit, okay? Like there's nothing wrong with teaching your children about God and how to worship. You know what I'm saying? Like people think that's not cool and that's not, it's just the day and age and the society that we live in now. It's so sad that like loving God and realizing that there's something out there that's bigger than you, like that higher power that's bigger than you, greater than you, somebody who really has control over the things you don't have control over. It's not cool. Like they want that far from your brain. They want you hooked on dumb, not even phonics. Cause I ain't seen a hooked on phonics commercial in a grip, but they got all that stupid stuff on TV. Kids can't even read. There used to be kids reading at 2-3 years old. Kids over here can't even speak full sentences by the time they're going into kindergarten. Can't. Y'all gotta trust in the Lord and just know that He has your best interest in heart. And once y'all start getting connected to that type of power, there's nothing you can't do, like at all. So all these trust issues that we have with our spouses, with our significant others, with our cousins, family, co-workers, bosses, whatever the case may be, like all these trust issues that we have with other people, all these reasons why we can't have successful relationships is because the most important relationship that we should have, that connection with the Most High, the one that really would give us that balance, we're so totally disconnected. And a lot of us aren't interested in getting connected with them. And a lot of people have been telling me lately, you know, stay focused, continue to drive, and like tell people what they need to hear, because it's easy to get discouraged because people not feeling this. Like, people not feeling this. People don't want to hear that. When people going through stuff, they don't want to hear that God got you. They don't want to hear that. They want to know, how much money can you give them? When can you give it to them? Can you hook them up with a job? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about your encouragement. They don't care about boosting them up and giving them hope. They don't care about faith. They don't want faith. That's not what they want. They want instant gratification. They want that now. So you see how God works with His system, where it's, you know, yes, no, wait. Nah. They want yes, 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 yes. Next day shipping. Today, you getting it on your steps now. Like, no, like, slow down. So there's more to come, honestly. Morning singing was lit, Brittany. It really was. That used to be my favorite time of the day. Worship in the morning, song and praise. Like, and then when we had assembly and we singing the Negro National Anthem, we was in there singing like we was about to all get a deal. Okay? All of us. I loved it. So for elementary school, I loved it. I'm kind of nervous for when I do have kids. I don't think I think Praise, Power, and Prayer in Windsor. That might be a good school, but I'm not sure. I don't think they're Seventh-day Adventist, though. I think they're just like a Christian school. I don't think they're Seventh-day Adventist, so I'm going to have to look into it. I don't even know if I'm going to be raising my kids out here, but just saying, like, we got to trust in something before we try to trust in ourselves and trust in other people and what other people have to say and do with our lives and stuff like that. Like, relationships out here are trash. People not even trying. People not even trying. What a mighty God we serve. You cannot. I'm about to bust out and start singing on this live video. What a mighty God we serve. And then when we started like busting it up with the claps, because you know regular people are like, what a mighty God we was. You would have thought like we would be getting lit in worship, okay? Like that's what kids are supposed to do, like raise your child up in the way of the Lord, the right way. That when they get older, they're not going to stray. You're not going to stray, my G. You not. What a mighty God we serve. You just listen off the songs already, like just going through your brain. Like now that you think about it, that thing was lit. Like, and we were so innocent. Like, we were really innocent, just praising the Lord. And we thinking that we're doing it just because we're in school and that's what we do every day. But it's like we was legit happy. Like, we was legit in there just, yo, not my help. Oh my gosh. Everybody thought they was like Whitney Houston singing some My Help. I will lift up mine eyes to the hill. And then when we figured out that we could find it in the Bible, what? It was a whole verse in the Bible. And we just thought it was a regular song. Over here harmonizing. We got that's when 3LW was hot too. So we had 3LW over there. Destiny's Child was over there. Child, listen, we was getting it popping for the Lord. Okay? We don't have that type of trust. We don't have that faith anymore. That's what I'm trying to bring back. We don't have to go that old school with it, but if we could bring it back to like some modern day times where like being people of the Lord was a good thing, I feel like we'd be better people. Like, what I want to know, like, what is wrong with that type of mentality? Like, I really want to know what's wrong with it. Because if y'all coming in here talking about somehow the white man wants you to submit to him by giving you the white Jesus or whatever, my Bible told me that Jesus, I don't even think that's his real name. So I don't think his name is Jesus. The jury's still out on whether or not his name is Jesus. Because I have been doing my own studying. Like, I do my research. I don't just be on here just talking to y'all because I feel like that's what I want to talk about. No, like, I legit research stuff and I want to give y'all facts only. Like, it comes from the purest parts of my heart. So if I'm ever wrong, again, I am not opposed to constructive criticism at all. If you got stuff for me, if you got info for me, if you have facts for me, let me know. Like, that's why I have a whole separate email for facts only. That's why I have the facts only like page on Facebook. I have the facts only page on YouTube. Like, I have all these avenues, channels, and venues for y'all to give me what you got. I'm not out here just trying to do it by myself. I'm not over here trying to do this I'm not over here trying to do it for popularity. Like, I legit feel like our world needs to change. I don't care who's mad at me for saying it. If the government watching, my hair kind of dry and frizzy, but it's cool. I'm still cute or whatever. Like, I just want our world to change. You're gone too far. Y'all doing too much. We got to reel it in. Review the tapes. Run it back. You got to see how we're going to readjust our game, because this ain't working. We're losing. We're losing. And if y'all happy with losing, that's cool, but I'm not. I'm not a loser. I don't lose. So y'all got to get it together. I'm just saying. So back to what I was saying. So my Jesus, asterisk over the name Jesus, because I really don't think his name was Jesus. Just based off the research that I've been doing, like, his name wasn't Jesus. They didn't have the letter J in Hebrew and stuff like that. So that's pending research that I've been doing. I'm doing a lot of studying. But in the Bible, it says that he had skin like copper. If y'all ever seen a penny, even a dirty penny, he had skin like copper and hair like wool. So Jesus, or Christ himself, was not white. His skin wasn't pale. And it's not like we over here really just trying to compare the Lord's facial features. Like, we not hung up on the ethnicity and the race and all that. This is not race baiting. This is not a race war. It's not even about that at all. What it is about is the truth, the facts, because it's facts only or whatever. So that is in the Bible. Check it out. But also just being mindful of exactly what it is that you're teaching people and what you're following, and being aware of why you're following it as well. So, of course, I'm going to have to tell y'all, like, I don't own the rights to this song and all that, but I'm going to find it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Wanna see me more clearly? I know he hear me when my feet get weary. Almost nearly extinct. We rap, we don't think about into believers. I'm just saying, say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic needed readers, that's the way I need Jesus. Again, I don't think his name is Jesus, so we gonna have to edit the song a little bit. But I'm just saying, like, it's not about that. Y'all over here talking about how teachers need guns in the school. For what? For what? For what? These teachers barely got books in the school. They barely have, like, the materials and the things that we used to have. We used to always be bringing our parents back some arts and crafts, something other. Every other day we had that. I don't see kids doing that no more. Barely. It's really some construction paper or some plain white paper or some lightly colored paper with markings all over it. Like, it's not even... Like, they have to provide stuff on their own, and it's not fair. And now y'all want them to be fully armed because your kid don't know how to act? Get your life. Get your life. Get your life. Just get it. Snatch it up. Figure it out. Because if you can't even trust your own kid to just go to school and learn without shooting up somebody else's kid, these trust issues run real deep. These trust issues run really, really deep. And again, it starts with you not trusting yourself because you know you, right? So you know you're a liar. You know if you've ever stolen or cheated or whatever the case may be. Like, y'all not perfect. So that being said, you just accept it as human nature, but at what point do we take responsibility and take accountability for the things that we do and say, you know what, that's dead wrong. I shouldn't do that anymore. That's not cool. Why did I do that? Why did I say that to that person? Why did I cheat on my wife? Why did I hit my girlfriend? Why did I hit my boyfriend? People was talking about that NBA young boy or whatever. Some fool. Some fool. If y'all keep saying free these fools, free yourself from mental slavery. I'm gonna keep saying that. Free yourself from mental slavery, because this is getting disgusting. Y'all look foolish out here. Y'all look like clowns. Y'all see I'm looking dead in the camera. I'm not even looking at the screen at myself like how I usually do. Like, I'm looking dead in the camera. So y'all know I'm dead serious. This old, spunky, dirty, and nasty. Tired. Absolutely tired. But nothing's gonna change until y'all want to change it. So when y'all ready to change and y'all ready to move and do things differently or whatever the case may be, let me know, because I'm all for it. Like, I'm here for that. I'm here for all of it, honestly. So if, you're looking to do something different, get rid of those trust issues, and, just live your life and be happy, live the blessed life even, I'm here to help. Y'all can talk to me about anything, anytime. Whoa. The devil trying to shut me up. Not today, devil. Get out of here. Like, get thee behind. He be playing games like folks don't got water. That living water stuff, like, get out of here. Like, God got me. Y'all be seeing the devil be trying it. He really just had me like, and I didn't even have nothing in my mouth. Like, it was just like a random itch type of thing, just trying to choke me up. Devil tried it. He be trying it. I can't. I cannot. No. He almost had me. Anyway, again, y'all can talk to me about just about anything. I'm here. Now I feel all raspy. That's so annoying. Like, oh my God. But anyway, that's facts only for today. Trust issues. Are we ever going to get over it? I know Eve steered us. Eve steered us the wrong way. She did. Can't blame all women for one woman, but whatever. Y'all gonna do it anyway. And that's fine. Because now women are blaming all men for one man in their life as well. So, I guess fair is fair. But at this point, we got to let that go. Like, we got to do stuff different. Like, we got to review our history, see where we've been, so that we know where we're headed. And we need to head in a different direction. We don't always have to follow in the footsteps of our predecessors. That's the wrong word. The people that came before us. Like, honestly, like, we don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting to get something different. We're not going to get anything different if we're doing the same thing. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. So do better. Do your research. Get your facts. If you have any questions for me, if you have any topics that you want to go over, whatever the case may be, if you want to talk more about the trust issues or whatever, if you want to talk more about any other episodes that I did, if you want to know where the episodes are at, YouTube it up. Facts only on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff. The Facts Only page is on Facebook as well. Hit that up. I post this on Mixcloud as well. Shout out to all my Mixcloud followers. But I'm wrapping it up because y'all got trust issues, and I don't trust y'all with any more of my time, okay? Just joking. I just want to lay in my bed and watch Fresh Prince, so yeah. I'm going to do my devotionals, though. Like, I'm going to still do that. I'm going to still do that. I got to spend time with the Lord, talk about, tonight's episode and episodes going forward and stuff like that. Again, if y'all have topics y'all want me to go over, if y'all have things that y'all want me to research, or if you want to do some research with me, let me know. This is a movement. This thing is bigger than me. It's not just to be on Facebook talking a whole bunch of mess and ranting about foolishness or whatever. It's really just about bringing knowledge to my people, because I actually do mess with y'all. Like, I really do love y'all. God is love. God is within me. I will not fail. Y'all not gonna fail either, because God is within y'all too. Y'all just gotta tap into that power that the Most High has bestowed upon you. Get your power right. Get your crown right. Rest in peace to Biggie. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to go do my own thing. So hi, hello Chelsea, big fan. Hi D'Angelo, thank you for being a huge fan. I appreciate that. I love you dearly. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight to Facts Only. Be back next Monday. I'm always going to just surprise y'all with my topics, because honestly, I've been thinking about the topics like the night before, a couple hours before, like whatever the Lord gives to me to say to y'all, that's what I bring it to. Because before I used to like stress out about what I'm going to talk about. Took a break to get more, topics and content and stuff like that. But it's not a planned type of thing. Like, this movement is not really planned out. It's more so a journey. So like, as things come to me, I'm gonna bring it to y'all, if that's fair. If y'all don't rock with it, y'all don't rock with it, and y'all talk about it elsewhere. But whatever. Where can I win tickets? Ain't no tickets yet. I feel like you looking into the future of when I actually have a show. And y'all wouldn't even have to win tickets. I'm gonna let y'all just come through. Fill up the whole studio or whatever. But, everything is one step at a time. I gotta stay focused. So I appreciate everybody out there who continues to motivate me and tell me to stay focused. Shout outs to my friends, family, loved ones, all y'all. I really do rock with y'all. And if there's anything that y'all need from me, let me know, because it's all love. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna cut this. So again, thank you for tuning in for season 2, episode 6. I'm gonna just do 6 however I'm gonna do it. Facts only. Shout outs to y'all. I love y'all. Be back next Monday, 7:30. I was a little late today, so that's why I ran a little bit over, but we'll be alright. We got this. We Gucci. We cool. So y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Stay blessed. God loves you, and so do I. Later.